Everything I spit rare, we sounded that great. Area podcast, they talk about hip hop all the way in the UK, so they gon' get props. Ooh, let me catch it once again. Every time
straight into it.
Yeah, I don't know what we just watched, but that was a very strange medley.
We just watched the hip hop 50-year Grammys performance, and I feel depressed. I can't lie. The way that went post 90s was like, where's hip hop gone?
I feel like I got to do it.
It was from Nelly, right?
From Nelly onwards, right? I think Busta Rhymes was cool. He brought that "Look at Me," but then
It
things
peaked.
got weird. Like,
Buster and Missy.
what happened?
It
Yeah,
started
what
out as a
happened?
gas. That's the problem. It started out and I was like, this is fantastic.
That's what I mean.
And then I was like, actually, this is terrible. Like, absolutely terrible.
Like, I feel embarrassed to like enjoy hip hop after seeing that performance.
wow.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh yeah, it started in a cool place. Now look where we are.
But you got to think, they must have asked all the best people possible, and those are the people that said yes.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
that where it went from Nelly onwards is not like an accurate depiction of of the evolution of hip hop. It was, and not even to diss those artists, but it just got a bit random. That's all.
It
a bit
did
random.
not feel like this is a tribute to hip hop. This just felt like this is whoever decided to show up today. You know what I'm saying?
Who came on before the Locks? Who was that?
I have no clue.
Sean, do you remember that? I said that was the lowest point for me.
Is it
I was
Too
like, I
Short?
don't know this song. Yeah, maybe. I just thought this is getting dead now. These artists aren't even performing their best songs.
Yeah, I must admit. I mean, today's episode, if you've been listening for the last minute and been thinking what the hell to talk about, we're going to talk about award ceremonies, mainly the Grammys and all that kind of stuff, and the Brits. But like Kieran just said, we just watched the Grammys 50th year hip hop anniversary medley thing, and it started out cool, then it got really bad, and then it just ended. Well, we stopped it, so yeah.
And we had to jump on quick.
Yeah, we had to jump on quick to catch the energy live. But from that, I guess you can tell that we're kind of indifferent to award ceremonies, and I think that's probably where we're going to kind of start the conversation off is, I don't know. Do we have any kind of takeaways from the 2023 Grammys? Anything to say, Sean?
Well, Kendrick swept up again, and I think I'll speak for myself. Probably for the best. Probably deserved it. Looking at the other nominees, I was really pleased to see the Heart Part 5 get nominations, and to win as well. To win in both those categories. Out of the albums that were nominated for Best Rap Album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers deserved it. I mean, I think it was our number one anyway, wasn't it? In our awards. Yeah. So I think in that side of things, on that side of things, in terms of who won, I think it went to the worthy nominee. But when you look at the other nominations, I mean, I don't even know if I need to ask the question because we just did our own awards. But do we think this was an accurate?
No. It's not. When the awards got given, I was like, oh, thank goodness. At least like they do actually give the award to who it's deserved. It doesn't like the other stuff you can't control. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't control who they nominate. They're nominating Jack Harlow and DJ Khaled.
It's a bit of a joke category, isn't it? Like, because if you're really talking about the art form, then the people that are nominated aren't even about the art form. They're just doing the sound, if that makes sense.
Do you know what's ironic in a way? We just watched that Grammys performance, and you can actually see like the way the Grammys look at hip hop and how they understand it and how they like translate it to the world. Like, I guess they had no choice but to respect like the early part, the early.
There's no choice.
Yeah, like I think
there's less choice, isn't there?
that's true as well. But I feel like it's quite universally accepted. Like, okay, this was impactful in the world, but like they're just the way they represent modern hip hop is just it's skewed.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's skewed though. Technically, those people are some of the biggest streaming artists out right now.
Okay, yeah, I do hear that.
Lil Uzi's
as well.
got a song that's gone like 2 times diamond or something crazy like that. Like,
But like,
that song,
what about Jack Harlow? I feel like
He's not on the
critically that
stage.
was no, but he was in the awards. Like he got loads of nominations.
Do you know what it is about Jack Harlow? You got to remember, like, why Eminem popped off. It's because people could see themselves in him. So Jack Harlow is where he is because there's a majority of people in the world that can see themselves in him and go, if he can do it, then I can. And it's like, yeah, but he's not really doing it, is he? He's just trying.
I mean, that's facts, actually.
I have yet to hear a Jack Harlow song where I think, oh, he's going crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like Lil Dicky is actually the kind of rapper that is of that complexion that's good, but he'll never pop off because he takes it as a joke and he doesn't take himself seriously. Whereas I feel like Jack Harlow low-key wants to take himself seriously, but like can't because it will ruin his whole like cool guy aesthetic that is like, I'm just making vibey rap, which is not.
But what's annoying is he's taking places of like Little Sims. And like I think Nas as well didn't get nomination.
They never were anyways. They'd find someone else to slot in that spot. Do you remember, was it Dave East or whoever? No, Macklemore, sorry. Snatched
we'll
away.
get to,
I didn't mean to jump ahead.
No.
But honestly,
there's some,
I don't know.
there's some moments in the past that were crazy, but
this year though, the best rap album category was all right in my eyes.
I don't know, because I mean, look, listen, Kieran's quite rightfully mentioned Little Sims, and we had some other albums in our top 5 that probably got nowhere near this nominees list, and I get why some artists might not, because something that's probably going to come up a lot here is it's at the end of the day with award ceremonies, it's politics, right? It's the people that kind of get the most money pumped into them throughout the year, the most money pumped into their project, that are playing on the radios, that are on the playlist, that get these nominations. But I felt like, even with that being said, like I don't understand how Nas's album is not in there, but then God Did is, or
God Did is a bit of payola, isn't it? You know what I mean? As in he's paid to be.
That's what I mean, though. That's
relevant.
what I mean. Is like, if we're really talking about the top 5 best rap albums of the year, I mean, I'm not saying that Little Sims or Lil Kana or Jid or Conway would be in there, but at the same time, it's like there were definitely other albums that had mainstream appeal that surely could have went in over Come Home, The Kids Miss You. Do you know what I mean? Like it's cool to see it's almost dry there. That's cool. I don't mind that.
I was gonna say 4 out of 5 of these I'm not mad about. Like God Did is the one where I'm a bit like I don't know, but Future's album, that was a great album. Kendrick's album was amazing, and Pusha T's album I really thought was good.
Yeah,
so
those ones are fair. Those
that's what I'm trying to say. I know there's better music that's come out in the year technically, but if we're talking about for whatever criteria they use to pick this, they definitely have a varied criteria they're using here.
Did you know what? And it's not even to do with like the music sounds good or like whatever, because the DJ Khaled album is mixed badly. Like those things don't sound good on any speaker I've played them on. Them songs. I'm telling you.
I don't know what this guy's talking about, but yeah, I don't know. I know you feel cheated by it, but I'm not too mad at that category. It's not the worst. It's not the worst one I've seen over the last 5-10 years.
No. It's a 3 out of 5, I'd say. 3 out of 5.
But there is a clear winner there. Like, as in, looking at that, if Kendrick didn't win that, then I would be like, yeah, I don't think I'm ever dealing with the Grammys again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Actually, one positive is I'm glad in a way that they've given an award, a nomination for a melodic rap album as well. So like Future's one, because I think, I don't know, sometimes with hip hop awards, it's like, what aspects of hip hop do we acknowledge? Do we just put this in like sung section, all this kind of stuff? But I think it's quite cool they included a melodic one.
Speaking of Future and melodic rap, Future, Drake, and Thames won the best melodic rap performance award, didn't they, for Wait For You? And again, was it the best of the year? To someone like me, maybe not, but I can understand why it would get a nomination. And looking at all the other songs on there, if I put my Kendrick bias to the side, yeah, Wait For You is probably the winner of 2022, right? It was a huge song.
But what was the best? What was the best one for you then? Like, what, we don't know, so tell us.
Well, no, out of them 5, like I said, I know I'm biased because it's Kendrick, but I think Die Hard is a better song than Wait For You. But I understand that Wait For You was
impossible,
huge last year.
Impossible. Is that song better than?
When I saw that he won that award, I was like, yeah, fair enough. I'm not surprised at that. He deserved it.
I'm maybe a bit biased, but that song played more for me than Die Hard, if that makes sense. Like, Die Hard was a good song, but I don't know.
Wait For You.
The thing is, like, they're doing, like, the rappers are singing on that song, Wait For You, compared to. Oh, actually, the thing is, like, Kendrick sings on Die Hard, but it's not as good, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
I know what you mean. It's a bit graty. But
it's emotional, but
yeah. But no, I feel like generally
I'm a bit confused.
The best nominee won each of the rap categories, so it kind of makes up for the fact that some of the other nominees are a little bit like you know, a little bit sus. But so I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the Grammys this year in terms of the rap winners. But Beyonce though, I know it's that we're going a little bit off from the usual rap talk, but
It's adjacent, isn't it?
yeah,
It's irrelevant.
And as you know, as we expected, 9 nominations. I think she won like 4, but yet again doesn't win the big one. What's going on there?
What outdid her? What was the album that trumped her?
I think Harry Styles won, didn't he?
Yeah.
Is that the one with the song As It Was?
Yeah.
Okay, well, in my eyes, that album is actually a better album than whatever the hell Beyonce is, because I haven't listened to Beyonce's album, but I have listened to Harry Styles' album a little bit.
See, I haven't listened to Harry Styles' album, but I would,
That's a wild take.
I would put good money down that
He's
album is
bringing
not
back-
as good as Beyonce's. That Renaissance
He's bringing
album
back a
is great.
sound that I quite liked back from the early 2000s. That I liked that kind of singing vibe where you're singing and it's like risky. It's like you could say those words and it still sounds good. Like you're not singing too much. That's good music there.
Also, I don't know what Harry Styles was on about when he said people like me don't usually win this or do this. And it was like, are you sure, Harry? Do you want to like think about that one?
He might have been a bit gassed, but I don't know. I feel like, you know, neither of us, or all three of us, might never win anything in our lives award-wise at this level. So you don't know what the feeling's like. But Beyonce did good at this Grammy. She's never going to beat the record. The record is what's his name? Michael Jackson with, was it 8 wins in one night?
Oh,
But she's got a record. She's got the most Grammy wins of all time.
Yeah, not in one night, but she's like overall, she's won the most.
It's
She's
amazing.
got like 20 something.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I think it's a couple albums in a row now where her album hasn't won, and a lot of
Which is actually insane because she is arguably making her best music of her like career.
yeah.
I'm confused how Lemonade didn't win Album of the Year, because that was a very good album.
And I think even
And
Adele
it
was
broke a lot
like,
of records.
this shouldn't be my award, but yeah, I just wonder what's going on.
It's a bittersweet night, I would say, for Beyonce, because it's like you're breaking awards, you're getting wins as well, but it's like something still feels like a slight in the way that the Grammys treating her.
Going in with 9 nominations, you hope to win 1. Otherwise, you're coming away vexed, yeah? But to not win the big ones is a bit like, oh, okay, I see where I stand, you know, type thing. It's just a bit... I don't know. I don't know how she would feel about this. Surely she's kind of indifferent to this stuff. Like she doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's past that point probably, but I get.
She cares because she goes. Like if she didn't care, she wouldn't. She
Kind
go
of
to
has
the
to
awards.
go. Where else is
No,
she going to
actually,
be?
wait. Fun fact: she actually turned up late. You know,
Yeah, I heard
why.
for her first award, she wasn't there. It's quite funny.
Do you
So
think
maybe she
Beyonce's
doesn't
like
care.
that? I always had a picture in my mind that she was like a punctual person.
Yeah, not anymore.
Maybe Jay-Z forgot his lyrics for God Did. He had to go back home.
He's like, how long was I rapping for? Shit.
And then what was the whole thing about the genre submission with Beyonce? What was all that
Oh
about?
yeah, so I think the way it is Beyonce was actually like they finally did actually succumb to it for her, but like we can go back to times when that hasn't happened. But basically, she wanted to submit as a dance electronic album,
Right.
and I think they were trying to like push her into R&B or pop.
Okay.
And like they were like really trying to like force it. I think to the point where they even made their decision, but like she still like campaigned to get it moved on to the dance section. And it just reminded me, I think it's interesting. She's powerful enough to do that. Like it makes sense, but
Well, she's
like,
clearly not though. If they told her no and she had to hold that, you know what I'm saying?
but then she did manage to sway them to get her to give her that nomination that she was in the genre she was asking for.
Okay.
But I found it interesting because like Tyler the Creator, for example, when he made Igor, and I know he raps on that album, but like none of that is technically hip hop actually. Like except maybe like New Magic Wand is the closest to it.
Yeah, I know.
And like Igor Sleep. Do you know what I mean though? But like for that album to be nominated for best rap album and then like win it as well, it's just crazy. And like I feel like it's the same thing with song as well and like record of the year. Like I feel like rappers barely ever get that nomination. Like did Kendrick even get that for The Heart Part 5?
I don't know.
This is the thing, like they just gave him the token nominations for like I want to say like token black ones, but it's like it's just hip hop in general, isn't it? which is
I don't think
it
they
is
take
a black
hip-hop-
genre in a way.
They don't take hip hop seriously though, do they?
Nah,
Like not in the
it's like
slightest.
it's honestly it's like this segregated awards, like these 4 that they've given.
Well,
basically,
in that video that Sean had at the top, there's that bit where Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff found out that the rap category wouldn't be televised. You know, this is back in like the 90s ish or 80s, and it's a bit like, why though? Do you know what I mean? It's in like, I don't understand why that happened. And now it's kind of like, well, it is televised, but you're not going to win the awards that you deserve type thing.
or be nominated for things outside of these rap awards.
Yeah, like best songwriting. Like surely a rapper's had some of the better songwriting out of the year. A lot of people been writing a whole bunch of fluffy rubbish, and now
Even like the nomination, like not best song, but like best record. Are you telling me like people that are like rapping like super fast and like bringing these like rangeful performances, like Kendrick on, let's just say Mother I Sober, how could that not be nominated for like best record of the year?
So he did. In
Kendrick's
fairness, he
going
did
in
get
on
a
that.
nomination for Record of the Year for the Heart Part 5, but
Okay.
Lizzo won.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. You got to drop a bomb for that, because what the hell? Shout out to Lizzo. Shout out to Lizzo. Why is my bombs not loaded?
Dropping the bomb intentional.
Yeah.
No, that's horrible. I shouldn't say that. That's
They're
terrible.
staying in there. I can't do nothing
horrible.
about that
No,
one.
that's bad. I
Messed up the
apologise.
last. I can't even play the soundboard. You know what? No soundboard. There you go. There's your bomb.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh, okay,
Different
good.
bomb.
So we touched
my
upon
God.
we
Hit a
touched
new
upon one
dimension.
of the two. Oh, what did you say?
Did you hear the way the bomb sounds?
Yeah,
It didn't sound right a second ago. It
Sounded
sounded a hella
different.
delayed.
It's sad, and I feel like I've got to do it.
Oh damn, Theo made a bit. Oh, we haven't even touched upon. We're missing Theo today. It's a shame, but we're
Yeah.
missing
Shout
Theo.
out Theo.
Daddy
Daddy
Theo's got
B.
daddy duties,
Yeah.
but we're here. We're giving you what you want, what
Yeah.
you need.
But yeah, we touched upon one of the main rap related performances of the night, and I just want to clarify. I did think it was really cool to see all those acts up there. It did lose its way towards the end, but I think it's just like we said. Maybe it's they just weren't able to book a certain caliber of artist on that one. But big up all them. That was I enjoyed it. The other main one was God Did, and we just we caught some little clips of it before we started recording here. I wanted to ask this before we started recording. Do we really want to hear a song like that performed live? Like,
Sort of.
yeah.
Without
Sam, you don't
DJ
even
Khaled.
like but you don't like listening to the song.
I listened to that
anyway.
song once, and I think that was enough for me. But honestly, I would like to see that performed live, but without DJ Khaled doing whatever the hell he was doing.
Right,
on
What was
stage.
that
Okay, all right.
doing?
I'm telling you,
He's on the floor
can I say
doing
this?
some-
Let me say this, because this actually makes a lot of sense. Notice when Lil Wayne's rapping and Jay-Z's rapping, DJ Khaled was nowhere to be seen doing all that rubbish. But when Rick Ross is rapping, he was there doing ad-libs, on the floor
On his
praying,
knees.
after he started chatting his shit. Like,
Fingers dangling in the
I
air.
guarantee you, backstage, yeah, Lil Wayne and Jay-Z were like, listen, I know you paid me a lot to do this song, yeah, but you come anywhere fucking near me when I'm doing my verse, I'm gonna stop rapping. Because that's what we can see. The fucking Rick Ross verse, Khaled is right there. We're watching in portrait mode, and he's in that frame. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Let me
Ridiculous.
rephrase my question actually, because of course we want to see that. Well, we want to watch Jay-Z rap live. We want to watch Wayne rap live. But if we're talking about how the Grammys don't respect or understand hip hop and rap music, and then how are they going to respond to Jay-Z sitting there rapping for 3-4 minutes long? Do you know? That's what I mean. I guess is like.
No, yeah, you're right. You're 100% right, yeah. And here's my problem with what happened there at the Grammys. The hip hop tribute was actually more of a Grammys level performance than what was technically the better performance of the night, which was that. I don't understand how they didn't try make it more like of an event. Like they're still all sat around a table and talking on separate stages. Like that's not really a performance at all, is it? It's a bit. It's just not Grammys level performance. That must have been so dry to watch in the
It
crowd.
felt like a Jules Holland kind of performance.
Yeah, felt very much like everyone sit down and have a glass of wine type vibes, which is not what that is meant to be. but I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely been,
Like we don't know. We only watched the first minute of Jay-Z's one. We don't know if he stood up and started like.
He definitely didn't stand up, man. He's all gone left. He's just not right anymore. Them dreadlocks, I do not like.
Sweatshirt, yeah.
He just doesn't look right. He wants to, like I keep saying, he wants to look like Basquiat, but he's not Basquiat. He's just be Jay-Z. I know Beyonce's looking at him like, you're dead. Like, you look horrid.
No.
Beyonce already looked at him for, you're not on my level. Now she's looking at you, actually look like a bum. Like, what
Do you know
is
in
wrong with you?
Beyonce's award, she does the list, right? She leaves Jay-Z's name towards the end, and she's like, "To my beautiful husband," and the camera like stalls to transition to Jay-Z, and then it goes on him, and it stays on for so long, and he's not looking good in the photo at all. It's horrible.
If you look at him, you would not think that man is a billionaire. You look at him and think he needs like money to go
looks
get
like
something
Beyonce's
from McDonald's.
dad.
Yeah, he looks odd.
He looks like Beyonce's dad. I promise.
You too, man.
Do you know what though? Do you know what the real problem is?
too.
Do you know what the real problem is? Beyonce is nearly 50, yeah? Or is she nearly 40? Beyonce's getting older. She looks fire. Jay-Z looks like 10 years older than he is because of his choice to look like that. He does not look right, man.
All right, let's move on.
Oh,
Let's keep it moving.
Yeah. Let's keep it positive and move on to the Brits.
Wait, no, we're not
that
even
was
there
a
yet.
great
We're not even
display
there.
of
We're not
rap.
there. We're not there yet. We're not there. We're not there yet.
Well,
Can
what
we
else we got to
can we just state our opinion about what we think about the Grammys on the whole? Do we respect it? Do we just like the performances? How do we feel about Grammys?
I don't rate it at all. The fact that like Drake doesn't even submit his music anymore just shows you like.
Well, yeah, I wanted to.
It's done out here.
I wanted to save that for the end. I've got to be honest. I've got some.
Oh, okay.
I've got some
Save it
things
for
to
the
say.
end, yeah.
I've got some things to say.
Oh shit! Okay, make sure you stick around to the end. I'm
Yeah.
gonna hit the bomber again.
Okay.
That just
Give
sounds
them a
so
little
wrong.
tease.
Yeah. All right, then go on. Take us to the Brits. Take us to the Brits.
The Brits.
Come here. Go. Sorry.
Look, let's just deal with it. H1, best hip hop
Oh.
grime rap act.
What's the song though? What's attached to that?
Well,
What did H even drop?
This
Did he
is what
drop
I'm
an
asking.
album?
I haven't even heard a single H song in a long time. Last time I saw him, he was rapping in the blocks in Manchester or wherever the hell he's from.
H is so like 2021. I can't lie.
he was
Like,
nominated
Less-
for
more than that.
He was nominated for Song of the Year for the track with Ashanti, Baby.
I've never heard that.
It was
Ashanti.
yeah, it was pretty big last year. That song.
Pretty big, like we should have listened to, or pretty big, like everyone else listened
I'm
to.
saying it's pretty big. I haven't heard it. I've got to be honest.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I know of it. I know it was. I've heard. It's one of those ones where I've heard it, but I haven't listened to it. Does that make sense?
Nah,
No.
doesn't.
Okay.
'Cause I've never heard that song in my life.
It's been on in the background, but I've never actually like pressed play on it myself. Yeah.
Disclaimer.
So if we look at the nominees, so H wins, but we've got Central C, Dave, Loyal Kana, Stormzy. In terms of 2022,
Again.
there's only one act on there that I would put in there, if I'm honest.
Again,
Sam,
what,
what were you gonna say?
again, what is this category? Like, what? Who picks this? Who picks this? Central C makes sense a little bit because he's doing a lot of numbers, yeah.
Two, yeah.
Dave, I guess, okay. Stormzy, it's just because he dropped an album, and even if he didn't drop an album, they try squeeze him in there anyways. And then somebody in there is listening to too much underground stuff because Loyal Kana. And the funny thing is, yeah, if I think I understand who Loyal Kana is, he walked in there knowing he was never, if he went, walked in there knowing he was never going to win that, yeah. But the fact it went to H is like, what?
Yeah.
So I think one thing I want to clarify as well, actually, do you know? I think Brits do take fan votes into consideration, or only fan voted. I don't know how it splits, but it's definitely considering fan votes.
Do you think
as
it can
well.
be gamified? Is that what you're trying to say? It can be kind of played a bit.
I think it's just because he's white, to be honest. Like, this country's a white country.
Central C is white as well, apparently.
Oh yeah, I don't know
So,
about that. Though.
He looks- I'll just take
gives me
back
mixed
one-
race man vibes, but
Sorry,
he's white.
This is, I'm not trying to do a race thing here.
I am.
I'll take
I'm
back one
counting you,
thing.
brother.
There's probably two artists on there that I would feel deserve to be there.
I can't deal with the nuclear bombs, man.
It sounds crazy, isn't it?
I'd put Central C in there because Central C can't really be denied whether or not I listen to him or not. So for me, yeah, Loyal Kana, it was cool to see get a nomination, but like Sam said, it's like, are you really going to win? Which is a real shame. But Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't think that this was a great showing for the year that this country had. There's missing
It's a
names.
triple category as well. Hip hop, grime, rap.
Yeah, it just
act. Like,
again,
that's not.
it feels like it's another like even over here, it's the art form's still really not understood or respected. It's like let's just group all that together and get
There
Declan
is-
Rice to hand out the nomination. It's like I don't know, man.
I think we kind of have to let them off a little bit here. Obviously, there is no excuse, but like the good UK music did drop from like September onwards. And I don't know, maybe it just was off their radar at that point.
But again, it comes back to the money and the politics side of things. Is like Stormzy dropped towards the end of last year. Little Sims dropped towards the end of last year. But Stormzy's got a ton of weight behind him in terms of marketing, and that's why he's on there. Because
I think this will change sooner than the Grammys gets fixed, if that makes sense. The Grammys is like already messed up and it's never going to get fixed, and people will stop caring about it. The Brits though has a chance because I feel like in this country at least there's an element of like things that change, and things are changing at like a more exponential rate, if that makes sense. Yeah, great, H won it this year, but there will come a point where it's like undeniably there's a Kendrick level album in this country that wins the Brits, and we have had people win stuff like the Mercury Prize and all that kind of stuff. So it is, it's definitely better over here than it is over there. People are getting less snubbed over here. I feel it's
like
just,
Sims has done well.
Yeah.
I think in the year before. The issue with the Brits, it comes down to that popularity thing again, though. Like and I think the Grammys do that as well. But they don't have to do it in the Grammys. With the Brits, it's like because they want people to vote in all this kind of crap.
Well, last year's award, and by the way, this British hip hop grime rap act has only been going on since last year, and last year's representation was slightly better. You had Dave Getz, Little Sims, and Dave won, and I'm not mad at that. I mean, I know we preferred. Sometimes I might be introvert and conflict of interest, but Dave dropped a great album too, and had a really good year. But yeah, this year was not so much. But to talk about the awards, the voting system quickly, from what I read, it's quite interesting. So, like you said, Kieran, there's public voting that's held on TikTok of all places, and that was done from like mid-January to the beginning of February. And then voters were allowed to vote up to 10 times a day per nominee per category. That bit,
This is what I mean.
That bit
like,
I don't
what?
understand. How can you vote 10 times?
And they've been doing that because I remember voting for Little Sims like 4 times or something because I was just like, she's got to win.
But
that just incentivizes kids to vote though, because it's like adults aren't on
Yeah.
TikTok. I'm not on TikTok like that to be voting that much. So it's like that's why H won, because he's got an army of 14-year-olds that are constantly spamming like vote for him.
Up north.
But then
literally.
after that, you've
People
got
outside London.
Apparently, there's also the Brits Voting Academy, which is made up of around 1,200 music industry experts selected by the Brits Committee. Now, I don't know who makes
And they all voted for H. What?
Well, no, they wouldn't have all voted, but But this is what.
Well, the
Sam said,
majority.
if the public voting plays a real factor on it, and you've got a load of people on TikTok where I imagine that song "Baby" was probably playing a lot last year, along with like Central C and stuff. But then to me, it's like part of me is like, oh, I like that they're getting fans involved, but is that the right way of doing it? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, the wrong way to do it is an example we've got here, so it's definitely not the right way, is it? Think about it. It's all backwards. Like you're cutting out a demographic of people that aren't on TikTok. You're cutting out another demographic of people that are technically outnumbering one. So like, even if H isn't the best hip hop grime rap act of the year, he's gonna win it because like I said earlier, people see themselves in him. People go, oh, I like H. H is good. But I'll tell you one thing. I probably have said some things about this rapper RD, which is like, he's another white rapper and he's a bit of a cheeky Nando's guy. But he was on a podcast that I listened to quite a lot, and I have a more kind of detailed level of respect for him than I do like just dismissing him to the side. Like he's got a bit more about him, like than I thought there was.
Right.
If that makes sense. Like I believe he can actually rap. when he explained. But this is the problem. He had to explain to me why his own bars were good, and that tells me that you're not amazing. But he was like, "Oh no, the reason why I said what I said is because that is like an interpolation of the other rappers' bars from like 2-3 years ago. So if you're a fan, like a Tion Wayne fan, you're gonna hear that and go, oh, and then you're in." And he's like, "I was actually trying to get the first 4 bars to be catchy." I was like, oh, okay, so you know what you're doing. This isn't just you going to the studio smoking weed and chatting shit. Like you're trying to do something here, which I can respect. But as for H, I don't know where he started out and I don't know where he's trying to go to, but he's definitely in a place that doesn't make any sense to me, basically, right now.
Can I make a comment about the nominees as well?
Go on, then.
I feel like I don't think America did well either because they have a lot of female artists. But I feel like in UK we literally had MIA drop an album, Shy Girl, Little Sims. None of them got nomination for this. That's crazy. They're all British. They all rap. They all had rap on their project. I don't care if you would call it a hip hop album or not.
Yeah.
But like MIA especially is 100% like a certified hip hop artist.
I think MIA is too political. I think no one wants to touch it with a barge pole.
I don't even care, man.
But,
they could have included it.
But ironically, like, this is what I mean. It's all about politics. They're not going to put the super controversial person on there. They're going to go with it's the people with the most money and the most backing behind them.
And the people that are safe as well. Stormzy's very unlikely to get cancelled. Dave is very unoffensive. Dave stands up for all the right things. Central C, I don't know if they put him in there because of that song he's got, which is very offensive to me when he says my bitch is gay. That
like
song's too
this
catchy
at all,
to me, and it's just not catchy for the right reasons.
Yeah, I mean, to clarify though, I'm Dave is clearly one of the best rap acts or whatever you want to call him in the country. Last year, I mean, he dropped 2 songs. Was it 2 songs?
I'm baffled that his 2 songs got him a nomination above certain things.
Yeah, and it's disrespectful to, like, as you said, the likes of MIA, Shy Girl, Sims, other people that dropped throughout the year.
Disrespectful.
What are the songs that he dropped?
Koji Radical.
Can someone tell me what the songs he dropped?
He dropped Starlight and My 24th Birthday.
Oh, okay, and that constitutes enough to be the best.
It's insane.
Again, though, he's probably behind Stormzy, the biggest rapper in the country, maybe. So
no, technically not. The biggest rapper in the country is Central C and H, according to this.
No, but like, this is what I mean, though. It's like Dave is huge, and it's like people. But so I'm going to go off on a side note before, because I can't comment on the Brits or the Grammys. I might be going down the wrong path here, but basically within the industry I work in, I'm not going to name names or the award ceremony or anything like that, but I spoke to a voter of a very highly regarded, prestigious award ceremony, and they told me that they were sent around, it's in the film and TV industry, they were sent around 80 films to watch within the space of about 2 months. How on earth are you supposed to watch 80 films in 2 months alongside your own job and career and personal life, and then make a accurate and fair decision on what the best film of that year is? So if award ceremonies are being run in this way, how on earth are these voters meant to make an accurate decision? They're going to go for the name that props up the most, the song that plays on the radio the most, what's on all the playlists. It feels flawed. And to me, I mean, again, I could be going way off here. A way in which you improve it, in my opinion, is maybe you have way less voters and you pay people to do it. You pay people throughout like you do with certain boards, where you pay people to be on a board, and generally it gets people more engaged and doing a better job. You pay people to listen to 2 or 3 albums a week throughout the year, and then when it comes to voting time, they've got a wider palette, a wider place to come from to make these decisions.
I think you should have people that do not like the genre listen to it, and be those people, like, proper musicians or proper like industry people that can kind of go, okay, I don't really listen to like, indie music, but okay, why did I like this? Why didn't I like this? Because then you're going to get a more honest opinion. But I don't feel like those people aren't in the mix. And it's like you said, it's because they're like, I don't want to listen to that, so I'm going to go pick this. Oh, he looks like a nice person. You know what I mean? Like, they're going off like very arbitrary criteria. It's because they have no incentive to make a real substantiated point. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, that's actually a really good point because I think especially in UK rap scene, I think it's an echo chamber of like, oh, this guy's hard, and then it just like builds and builds. Like it's like Essential C's hard, and then he becomes the best rap in the country. But it's like, but is he actually the best rap artist we've ever seen in this country? You know what I mean? Like he doesn't deserve the heights he's reached in comparison with certain artists that
Do you
just
know what's
aren't
funny?
within the echo chamber.
If you asked me 3 years ago, who are you thinking is going to pop next? I would have said Central C, but that's because he had music that definitely would not have popped off like this because he wasn't saying the same stuff. He was talking about other stuff and, a little bit of the drug rap and whatever. I was like, yeah, this guy's got something special about him. But then I think the thing is, the different direction is he went like, right, I'm going to go for the pop crowd because why would I go for this stupid money over here, which is just the rap stuff, when I can go over there? But it's like him and a few other rappers were coming up at the same time, and a lot of them have stayed in that whole, whatever rubbish, like I'm trying to be the hardest rapper alive, and where's it got them? At the end of the day, it's a job, and if you're gonna do your job to the best of your ability, you're gonna make money, and that's what I feel like Central C has decided to do. Like he's still, when he did that freestyle at the LA Leakers or whatever, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. I've got respect for Central C. Like, it's not someone I listen to, but I get it. I do get it. And look, I don't want to seem like I'm shitting too hard on the Brits or the Grammys because I don't really know what goes on behind the scenes, and it must be incredibly difficult to set up award ceremonies like this and voting systems.
That complex, sure.
But I guess the problem is, though, and we're going to get to it more at the end, is that music, like any art form, is subjective, and no matter how strong the voting system is, the demographic of those involved in the committees and the voters, it's always going to come down to opinion, and you can't please everyone. So,
yeah.
But we'll get to that later on. But let's. I reckon we should maybe try and talk about some more positive things. What do we like about award ceremonies?
Okay.
The performances.
I do like the performances. Yeah. Like Tyler's one, New Magic Wand, and Earthquake. I just think like when you see performances like that where they explain the album you've just heard or like been listening to over the year, and it's like they're trying to make the most epic moment you've ever seen. I think often that does happen in award shows. I don't know why, but they just do it there.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, isn't it? That performance is a proper performance. He had a set, he had this, he had that. And I think if more people went for that artistic route of like, I am going to make my performances an actual experience, award ceremonies would get better on the whole. But it's very hard to get people to buy into your concepts. And I think that's what's missing at the moment.
I think
from performances, at least. Like if we're talking about, Grammys performances from this year, none of them that I'm aware of were really that cool. Like Sam Smith was a bit wild. I think I've seen more of that than I've seen anything else because it was like shock, and he was
just shock value kind of stuff. Yeah.
I don't know where we're at for that type of stuff. I think people are trying to get a clip for Instagram or TikTok rather than be like, that person really did a great performance.
I think it fluctuates. It does fluctuate though. Like I think like just the surge in TikTok the past few years is obviously going to result in a Grammys when we just see like TikTok-y stuff going on.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what it is for me with performances? Is like, especially with rap and hip hop, it comes back to what we said about how the genre and the culture and the art form is not particularly understood or even respected by like the academy or by the general public over here. So when you see like your favorite rappers go up there, and especially like you think about some of the stuff that Kendrick's done, quite provocative. You think about like Eminem going up there with Elton John and doing Stan. What else? Swagger Like Us. There's just like, and even over here, like there's been moments like when Kanye brought out the whole grime scene, and Dave doing was it In the Fire last year with that that whole
Guitar on Fire thing was crazy. That was absolutely crazy.
And
that was a great
even when he did
performance.
what's the song called? Is it Black? No. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Stormzy had a good Brits performance many moons ago when it was
really
raining and stuff. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I guess in that sense, I do love it, especially when it's your favorite artist performing in front of perhaps some people that maybe, they might not dislike or disrespect the genre, but they don't necessarily get it. And it can.
You've got to think as well from like I guess like I'm just seeing it from a UK rap perspective. Like maybe a lot of these people have never actually been in like the same room as Adele, or like this is the first time that a certain artist from another genre is seeing them. So it is a good opportunity for them to like prove themselves to like the rest of the industry, and like I don't know, maybe make them excel into that upper echelon that's just beyond just the rap scene. It's quite cool.
Just quickly, side note: did anyone watch Rihanna's Super Bowl performance?
Yeah,
Yes, I
watched that
did,
now.
and I'd like to say something before Kieran goes on his rant. Basically, yeah, that was an interesting performance, and I think if you ever watched Rihanna perform before, she's never been known to be a big dancer, but the fact she was pregnant really didn't help her. And as far as Super Bowl performances go for the last couple years and history, it weren't that great, but she's definitely got a lot of hits. She's got more hits than I realized, basically.
I felt like
Kieran
she was
had a
trying to
monologue.
prove herself to us, though. No, like I didn't understand why she did a medley, because like we know we kind of. I mean, I guess from your perspective, you said you didn't know she's got that many bangers, but I feel like I did. Like the whole of like the last decade was just her hits in the club and stuff.
Yeah, that's.
So I
that's
feel
the
like she could have
problem,
just
isn't it?
sung. She could have sung more, I think.
Aren't all
It wanted to be an upbeat. It wanted to be like Beyonce's performance and like the Weeknd's performance with dynamics but she's just a pregnant lady walking
She
around.
wasn't being herself.
Do you know
in
what
a
I mean?
lot of
She's
it.
just a pregnant lady walking around. It wasn't. There
No,
was no
Sean,
show.
were you gonna say that some of them are lip synced?
No,
Yeah, like
no.
Michael
I don't think
Jackson's
so.
one was.
Well, but I'm going to let you go on that one in a second. No, nothing like that at all. A couple of things I was going to say was one, aren't all Super Bowl halftime? Like, bear in mind, I haven't seen that many, but aren't all of them medleys?
Yeah, they mostly are.
No, I don't think so. Like I watched Prince's one, which is
but
it is
Prince,
actually the best one. But like
That's Prince.
I know, but like
Nah, the best one was Michael Jackson. The way he just stood there and stared at everybody. I was like,
Michael
what are you
Jackson's
doing?
right. But I'm gonna be real, you know. I don't know if it's the video on YouTube or not, but I feel like he's lip syncing that performance.
Michael Jackson?
Am I right or wrong? Yeah, it really
Nah,
feels.
don't say that. Don't say them
No,
things.
because Michael Jackson does lip sync performances.
Oh, don't say that.
Go on,
No,
watch his
no,
live
no,
performances,
no,
man.
Don't say these things. Don't say these things, Kieran. Me and you are good friends, and you can ruin it all by saying these things, you know. Because what you
It looks sus,
I-
man.
do you think Rihanna lip sync? Do you think Rihanna lip sync in this? Because I don't think she.
No,
lip-synced.
she didn't.
Because there was
We've seen her live. Remember, she sounded like that
Oh
live.
yeah,
Michael
we
Jackson
have seen
did.
her live.
More sus things than
about
lip syncing. That's all I'll say.
Ah,
Okay, let's move on,
Sean said,
guys.
let's be positive, and man saying all
Okay,
this
guys.
stuff. Okay,
Next moment, classic and controversial moments.
man fucking handbrake turned us into the next topic, but you know. Man said anyway. I wasn't even done talking about Rihanna yet, but anyway,
Listen. One day we need to talk about Michael Jackson. One day.
that's not a hip hop or a rap topic. So that
Yeah,
will
we
not
can
do
we
that.
can do it in our own time. But
Make a
yeah.
whole new podcast.
Yeah.
Anyways, classic and controversial moments. What of award ceremonies? You can't not say the obvious one.
What, the anti-Semite? What?
This.
What
Do
are
you
we
know
doing?
I'm editing these less, so now that's just in there. That's literally just in there, and you can't tell me to take it out. But yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
doing that
Kanye
thing.
West. Yeah.
There we go. He has a name. Yay, whatever his name is now. Him. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. When Michael Jackson won all them Grammys, that's a big moment. Stuff at the British Awards has
You're
been
gonna name
pretty
R. Kelly
interesting
next?
recently. Huh? I can't do it. This is what we've become. Sean's gonna
just
message me
going
after, like, take all them bits out that I was talking about. I was like, that's if I hear it. Anyways, now you lot give your classic verse. I'm going somewhere else. Man.
I'm joking.
Nah, I'm done.
I'm just being played.
Continue.
Controversial. I actually like my classic moments are controversial moments. Like Sam said, like when Ye does his thing. I just think it's actually hilarious because we're sitting here upset about certain wins and like nominations. Like he was in the crowd and he actually went like, "Nah, I'm not having this again." he ruins the winner's night.
When you put it like
But
that,
says-
it's like the film The Ring. It's like that moment he just like comes through the TV and just tells him off. I love that.
But like we were all thinking it in a like.
I'll tell you what,
like,
a classic moment, yeah. Even though Taylor Swift should hate Kanye West, she was dancing to All Day in the crowd at the Brits, and I've never seen anyone dance that like way before. It's like he took her soul. Have you seen that? Where she's like just like gyrating and like moving. It's not shocked. I don't know what she was on that night, yeah, but that is a classic moment because she's just like, oh my god, like all the flames are like going like the reflections on her face, and I was like, yeah, she's feeling
Oh my
that.
god.
Let's bear in
Oh my
mind that that's
God.
before Kanye dropped Famous,
I-
and she had to end it.
It's too late.
Oh my
isn't
god.
it?
I wish Theo was here. Classic moment. I think it was the Brits when Madonna fell. Who remembers this?
Yeah, that was horrible.
Oh
That
my
was
Every
so
time I think of
goodness.
Madonna, I think of the time she kissed Drake and how
Oh
he
no,
reacted
and she
to
like,
that.
oh, Drake's face. It was like he ate a grapefruit or something.
He was like, oh. I've never seen anyone react like that to being kissed. I was like, oh my god. Obviously, classic and controversial. Fucking Justin Timberlake ripping out what's the name's titty. That was
Janet Jackson's.
yeah.
Oh no! Oh my
That's a
God.
classic and controversial moment all in one. What was on her nipple?
Sean's gone. Sean's gone.
What was on her nipple? What was that ring? Her nipple was thick, bro. I remember being a kid going on YouTube, Janet Jackson, wardrobe malfunction, and I was watching that video.
Sam, aka.
Nah, that's coming out the recording too. All of that's coming out the recording.
If you find it,
I'm gonna find it. Don't worry. Oh my god,
Oh, this is
that
getting wild now.
ridiculous. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
shit.
a controversial moment. That was a great time.
Oh man. Okay. What else? Fashion. Red carpet.
I think Kendrick. Oh, sorry. Oh.
No, go. Kendrick, go.
I actually think a classic moment is when Kendrick was performing the Untitled Unmastered, and the performances were so good that he got asked by, was it LeBron, to like drop the album.
Wait, was this
I
an
don't
award
think that's-
ceremony?
Powerful. He performed one of the Untitled Unmastered songs at the Grammys.
Oh, did he?
I can't remember which one it was. Yeah,
Sick.
I don't think
okay.
it was Blue Faces. It was the other
I remember
one.
he was
What
doing
did
them on
he
like
say?
talk shows and
I
stuff,
think
wasn't
so. He did one of them on the Grammys too.
he? Yeah, no,
It
it's
was amazing.
incredible. He did all right at an award ceremony, didn't he? And then that's what got that. I can't remember that news channel in America upset, and then that was the snippet at the start of DNA where they talk. You know,
Well, they would have been more upset if they saw his Mr. Morale performance of All Right, because that was
Yeah,
demonic.
that
almost.
yeah, that was oof, the
Was that the one where
screams.
they had all the prisoners and stuff and all that kind of stuff? Was it that one?
Yeah, I think he was like jumping on the cop car and thing, or not jumping. He was like performing on it, and then that's when at the start of DNA when she's like, "Ah, please, I don't like it," or whatever she says. It was that it was that performance that pissed them off.
Okay.
Where they said that hip hop's been the most damaging thing to African Americans or something like that. But
Oh dear.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, good on you, Kendrick, pissing people off. Yeah, what about fashion, red carpet?
You can't say fashion without talking about Lady Gaga. Like that. That is a classic, and I'd like to screen share this. Obviously, we're not a visual podcast, but I just want to show the boys this. This is
When she wore the meat.
classic fashion.
Oh my gosh, is that Gaga?
CeeLo Green.
Oh
CeeLo Green in the all gold joint at the Grammys. That is a classic. I don't know what possessed him.
I don't know what I was looking at.
He looks
so
like
I'm
a
gonna be
Power
so
Rangers
honest.
villain.
Sam,
He
you
looks
can't
evil.
say Lady Gaga and then put up a flipping picture of CeeLo Green in gold. I'm like, what is going on?
No, the meat suit though. Lady Gaga meat suit was a serious thing.
No, that was
that's
disgusting.
Nowadays she'd get
Are you
cancelled.
talking about CeeLo?
All of it.
No, someone said that's disgusting. I'm trying to clarify.
No,
what-
we did.
Lord knows. Don't even clarify. Just let it hang. Let the listener figure out for yourself what you think is disgusting. Google CeeLo Green gold suit and then Google Lady Gaga meat dress. You tell me what's worse. What offended you and shocked you the most? What's gonna pop up in your dreams? What's gonna pop up in your dreams? Lady Gaga meat suit, yeah, or CeeLo Green gold suit at the Grammys. You go look for that yourself.
I think it's CeeLo, you know.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
A little
CeeLo's a
gold
bit
troll.
more haunted.
No.
Sean, what's your fashion red carpet moments then?
Listen, I don't really have them. I'm not really a fashion guy, so but I know it's a big deal for a lot of people. But the one that sprung to mind, I don't know what award ceremony it was, but it was the Lady Gaga meet one. But apparently that was stinking the place out. That was rough.
Of course it was.
That's rough. Can you imagine
There's
that?
the one when she turned up in the egg as well. That was pretty
It
interesting.
stunk the place up.
Yeah, the meat was going a bit off. It was hot as well, apparently, that day. Like, it was really, really bad. I remember seeing a celebrity talk about it. They said they were like a couple seats away from it, a couple rows away from it. It really wasn't good.
Jesus.
I'm done.
But the thing is, though, I want to bring this up, though. What do you think of that? You're not rating it, the meat suit, or do you rate it?
No, I'm rating it. I'm on them.
So
type
how
of
are you
stuff.
rating the meat suit, but you didn't like that Arm & Hammer album cover that time? Do you remember?
No, that was more in the title. That was more in the title. Like that's too far.
I'll never let that go.
She didn't come out and try offend a whole religion of people. Like I still haven't listened to that album for personal reasons, but yeah, I like offensive stuff, but some things are just don't bother. Like, and South Park touches that era, and that's what that album was like to me. It was a bit like, that's too offensive for me. Like if ever okay, let me not even go there. Don't worry.
Now, come on, look, we've touched on, excuse the pun, we've touched on many people such as Michael Jackson.
I've been touched on many people. Who are we talking about now? What artist? Sorry, who is such many people?
Well, we might need Theo back. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Theo would be
keeps us
bro me
grounded.
right now. He'd tell me off. He'd be like, don't be so disrespectful, man.
Anyway, the point is, fashion red carpet, that's not really our thing. But if you have any that stick out, I don't know how you're going to tell us, but tell us somewhere in it because we want to know. Let's go to the greatest wins of all time. I don't really care about these two that you've mentioned here because the second one's a bit annoying and the first one I didn't even know about till now.
Wait, what one's annoying? What are you talking about?
What? Huh?
The greatest wins of all time.
Yeah, but what? Hang on. So in my correct me if I'm wrong. The greatest,
I know what you're talking about.
the greatest hip hop / rap wins of all time in the Grammys are Lauryn Hill and Outkast because
I knew
they're the
about
only
Outkast,
ones that
didn't
have
know
won
about
the
Lauryn
big
Hill.
award, right?
No, you missed one.
Oh, have I missed one?
Macklemore.
Oh, stop it.
Oh no. You're having this one.
I'm saying it's one of the greatest wins because it actually beat Good Kid, Mad City.
Oh,
Do you know what I
what is
mean?
logic, bro?
Like props to that guy. Like
What is this guy talking about? Don't do that. Don't ever do that because that is foolishness you got going on there. What is this man talking? The whole podcast is cancelled. You know, I'm going to throw this recording in the bin.
I'm being devil's advocate. Let's keep it.
You're just being the devil. You're not being no advocate for him. You are
being the
personifying
devil.
Satan. Yeah,
with my red hair.
that too. Who's that guy? Oh, what show is it where the devil just pops up in it? Is it Futurama?
Futurama.
Yeah, you're moving like that guy playing the viola and all that kind of stuff. Yours being ridiculous. Don't listen to this man, please.
No, I think Sean, you got the greatest wins because the Grammys don't really give out that much.
They don't recognise
to
these great albums. So for that to happen on only two occasions in the history of the awards since rap and hip hop has been recognised, they've got to be the greatest wins. And Childish Gambino
best
won
albums.
best record.
Or was it just a bad year? I just want to say, was it a bad year for the Grammys for the other albums?
let's
Who did they beat? That's what I'm interested in because maybe there wasn't a good competition or something. I don't know.
I want to say something about This Is America. I think This Is America is the perfect example of the exact type of rap music that the critics want to hear and see.
Yeah.
And that's what they'll celebrate. But that's not interesting to listen to. Why would you listen to This Is America casually? It's not actually a song.
Was it the video?
This is the proof though.
Yeah.
This is the proof that the Grammys are just politically influenced and popular stuff. Because that was around the time of the Black Lives Matter movement. I feel like they actually just gave it to that because of that.
There was a lot of that going on a couple
I'm
years
not saying
back.
it's not a good song.
No,
Maybe it doesn't.
I am.
I don't know.
I am.
But
I'm saying it's not a good
if he
song.
won that, but not for Redbone,
Yeah,
there's
that's
obviously something
crazy,
going on.
Because Redbone is a classic,
There's something going on.
classic song. That song will play forever.
So I think with This Is America, it was probably the video that led to a lot of the sway and to a lot of the noise that maybe made some of the voters think, well, I'm not really sure what to pick, but I should probably pick this one. Do you know what I'm like? Yeah. And not to take anything away from Kendrick, but the video for the Heart Part 5 might have had a bit of a sway on some of those voters as well.
Actually, I hear that.
Being a cultural moment. The thing is with and again, I don't want to take away anything from the two albums we mentioned either, but I'm just having a look at what was nominated that year as well, particularly for Lauryn Hill. But the thing with the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill and Speakerboxx of Love Below is there were huge records, but a lot of most of the big records weren't really what you would call sort of like your traditional rap and hip hop records. I think about Hey Ya. That's not a rap record, is it? Roses. I know that
album's not a rap album if you take out Big Boy's side, and obviously Big Boy
that's
can
a
only
huge
rap,
part of
so
it.
that's it was half of it. But I'm saying that album won because of Andre. Let's not lie now. That half of the album is amazing.
Do you know what's sus? It's like if the album has just less than 50% rap, then it can go for the best album section. That seems like the vibe for the Grammys.
Yeah, but like rapping isn't like, in my head, rapping is a certain thing, but it's like if I was to sing on a hip hop beat, now I'm melodic rap. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like,
Or R&B as well.
yeah,
though,
there's not really much freedom, like, and it's also very restrictive what they've done with a lot of these categories, like, because Beyonce having to fight to be a dance album, in my eyes, that album was definitely a dance album because I've heard it in places like, this is dance music, this is
It's ridiculous to try arguing anything else for that.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of colorism in that, but Lauryn Hill winning best album, it's a poetic album at the end of the day. It's not about what she's rapping about or how she's saying it. It's poetry and songs and singing. You know what I mean? It's a mix of things.
But again, although there's like classic rap songs on there, like Lost Ones and Final Hour and stuff like that, and then like she's rapping on doo-wop, isn't she? But again, a lot of the big records, I'm looking like X Factor, Everything Is Everything. You know, it's more R&B, right? It's more soul. And
I think
R&B.
that album's like, isn't that album like at least 75% sung?
Well, this is the
crazy,
point I'm getting at, is like, I think these two instances that are probably the greatest achievements for artists that we associate with hip hop may have got that sort of looking from the Grammys and from the general public because there wasn't as much what we would like.
100%.
You're saying that they're easier to access for people. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, but again, I don't want to take away from them because they're both incredible albums, and
I think I've got something to highlight, then. It's like these three greatest wins, the only reason they've won is for a specific reason.
Yeah.
In a lot of senses. Like yeah, they could have won it by their own rights, but so could so many other things as well.
Yeah.
There's a specific reason attached to these three wins, the reason why they've won, and it's like, so they've got to do something special to get these big awards.
like whether we all think this or not, right? I'm just gonna have a look up what was nominated the year of the album I'm about to mention, but something that is going around, I don't know if you've seen it recently, like as recently as like the last few weeks, is that To Pimp a Butterfly is now critically being considered the greatest album of all time. Like all the main...
When did they start listening to this album? Because I've been hearing it for a couple of years, nearly 10 years now, and I always had that opinion. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, where were they this whole time?
Where were they 8 years ago?
Where were they doing? Because I heard it.
So that year...
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know. But like, if we look like the Grammys, for instance, album of the year went to Taylor Swift's 1989.
No.
What's on that album?
I can't.
Is that got blank space on it? Because if it does, then that's all right.
I don't know.
I
But
got a blank space,
No, that's her worst album,
baby.
Sam. I think that's her worst
I'll
album,
write your name. Hey,
It's
big
not a
tune.
thing.
Hey, no, shout out Taylor Swift. Shout out T Swizzy. What do they call her in the fandom? T Swift. TS, whatever they call her.
And the other nominees, you had Alabama
moving on.
Shakes' Sound and Colour, you had Traveller by Chris Stapleton, and The Weeknd's Beauty Behind the Madness. I mean,
That's a rubbish album.
The whole selection sounded kind of trash.
Who picked
to me,
this?
though.
Can we get them on the podcast? Because who picked this? We need to shout at them.
That was their albums of the year.
That's what they were listening
sounds
to.
awful.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
what
bet if-
they were listening to.
and I bet if we looked at the 2011 awards, I mean, again, you'd probably say
Dark Fantasy.
Dark Fantasy should be winning that, right? But
Yeah, let's see.
didn't.
Let's see what's going on.
Didn't he
Let's have
win
a look.
Grammys for that though? Quite a few. I
Did
think
it
he won
even
like
get
2 or 3.
nominated?
let's have a look. Let's have a look. We need
It's
some
not very good to
intermissions
listen
and
to
music.
for the listeners, but we're doing live
Some
research on the
intermission?
call, yeah. After these messages, we'll be right back. It won best rap album apparently.
Yeah, but you have to.
Does it have to?
That year, yeah.
Does it really?
I mean, it's probably the greatest rap album of all time. Like, so.
It's probably one of the best albums of all time.
Yeah, I
Mind
agree.
Your business.
I agree.
Yeah, mind your business. Let's go through chronologically. Actually, seeing as this is the first time we've discussed this type of thing, right? I'm gonna start from the Fugees in 1997. The score won best rap album. It was going up against Tupac, All Eyes on Me, A Tribe Called Quest, Beat Rhymes and Life, Coolio Gangsta's Paradise, and LL Cool J, Mr. Smith. Now, you see, the problem with that is that's a fucking hard category because a lot of hard music was coming out. We ain't gonna talk about 1998 because it's Puff Daddy, and Puff Daddy doesn't make music, but whatever. He lost, Biggie lost, Wu-Tang lost, and Missy Elliott lost, and Wyclef lost, even though Wyclef doesn't rap.
I can't believe Wu-Tang lost,
That's
for that
ridiculous.
one.
1999,
That's crazy.
Jay-Z, Hard Knock Life won. That's some rubbish because that album's terrible. But
Is it?
well, if you hear who else he's up against in that year, you'd see why. Big Punisher, Capital Punishment.
yeah.
I don't know why that didn't win. A Tribe Called Quest, The Love Movement, Jermaine Dupri, which is terrible, and Mace. So, yeah. 2000, Eminem. That's undeniable. The rest of it was a bit Eminem again in 2001. No surprises there. Outkast 2002.
Oh no, this is starting to show something. I'm seeing a
Eminem,
trend in this.
Eminem 2003. Outkast
No.
2004, and that beat Get Rich Die Trying, Jay-Z The Blueprint 2, and The Roots, as well as a Missy Elliott album, which I probably never heard.
So they gave Outkast best rap album and best album of the year.
Yeah, that's saying something. That's saying something. But Kanye West in 2005, he beat the Beastie Boys, he beat the Black Album, he beat LL Cool J. I don't know how LL
Where
Cool
is
J's
Mad
getting-
Villainy?
Wow. Oh wow.
Where is
yeah.
Mad Villainy?
Kanye West again in 2006. He beat 50 Cent. He beat Common B, which is ridiculous.
Whoa.
Encore by Eminem and The Cookbook by Missy Elliott again. No one's listened to that.
But sorry,
Ludacris
that's
won in
something that really got me excited back then, though. Is Common B getting nominated. I know it was quite a big album at the time, but still, like,
It's massive. It's
That's
massive.
quite low key to
Yeah, yeah.
that nomination.
Yeah, Ludacris won in 2007. He beat Food and Liquor by Lupe Fiasco. I know you guys are sad about that. Pharrell and T.I., which we won't speak about anymore. 2008, Kanye West.
King's Heart.
Kanye West.
King's
Kanye
Heart.
West is back. Common is back again and losing to Kanye West.
Wow.
Jay-Z's dropping rubbish. Nas is dropping even more rubbish, and T.I. is in there before he got cancelled.
Can we acknowledge Kanye got double nominations?
Back
'Cause
to back.
Technically, B and also Finding Forever are Kanye produced
He
albums.
won 3 years in a row,
mad.
best rap album. 2005, 2006. Well, we're not counting 2007 and 2008. 2009 is the
Yeah.
Carter 3, which is undeniable because we got a
Oh
Nas
no!
album.
Oh no!
We got a
Cool's
T.I.
coming.
album. We got Jay-Z with American Gangster. Again, Eminem's back in 2010. Again, 2011 is Eminem. I'm not going to read out
It's
the
actually
nominees.
some bull.
This-
I'm gonna be, but that's some bullshit.
2012 is Kanye West again, and he basically beat himself because he had Watch the Throne in there. He had Pink Friday. He beat the
Wait.
Carter 4.
Can I
and
pause you?
Lasers. Gone.
Sorry, two things. One, I got really scared because I looked through this just as you were like near the 90s years and that. And when I saw 2011 Eminem Recovery and no Dark Fantasy on the thingy, on the nominees list, I started to get really worried. But for whatever reason, it carried over to the next year.
Yeah, because it's like there's a point where it stops in the year, and that's when that. So yeah,
But my heart
so,
skipped a little bit. I'm not going to lie. and
2013
also,
is
big up
Drake.
Most Def
God.
Most Def and Q-Tip got nominations in 2010.
Oh wow! Most Def for the Ecstatic.
Yeah.
That's really low key.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was skipping that because it's getting a bit wordy, but this is just for the listener. Drake Take Care in 2013. He beat quite a few good albums, but that's really the best album there. 2014 is the year we won't speak about, but he beat Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City, Yeezus, and Drake. Nothing was the same. I think this is where Drake decided he wasn't going to be part of the Grammys anymore. I don't really know.
this is an 2014's Grammy nominations are so
That's
good,
a turning
except
point.
For Macklemore.
It's a turning point, isn't it? Because now it's 2015. Eminem's won again. Iggy Azalea was nominated. Common's nominated. Childish Gambino was nominated. Wiz Khalifa and Schoolboy Q. I don't know why there's 6 nominations. That's just fucking weird.
It's getting weird.
Yeah, 2016's To Pimp a Butterfly, an amazing time. We had a lot. All the nominations here are amazing. Forest Hills Drive, Compton by Dre. If you're reading this, it's too late. And The Pink Print. That's a good year. 2017's an all right year. We got Views. We got Major Key. We got Schoolboy Q, Blank
De La
Face,
Soul.
The Life of Pablo. Coloring Book by Chance the Rapper, which that's not right. Because,
De La Soul. What?
yeah,
2017.
yeah,
What?
De La Soul.
Man.
2018 is Damn. Outbeat Jay-Z's 444, and somehow Flower Boy was in
That's
there.
a strong year. Culture.
Wow.
Layla's Wisdom.
In 2019, we got Cardi B again, Mac Miller, which is sad, Nipsey, which is also more sad, Pusha T, which is just sad for him in general, and Travis Scott.
Didn't he
Asher.
win that? It's sad for him that he didn't win it.
Cardi
Daytona
B,
should've
like
won
Cardi B winning
and
is
Astro
ridiculous.
World as well too. Like
Those are 4 great
I feel like
albums.
that could have won.
Yeah, and then we got Tyler the Creator, Igor winning 2020, even though he did not really rap. He's just black, and he beat a whole bunch of nothing albums as far as I'm concerned. Nas
That
won
was
last
the
year.
deadest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nas's was good. Props to Nas.
Yeah, he never was not winning that. I mean, J Electronica, that's not even released.
Alfredo
But
should have won that, man.
we reviewed that. Freddie Gibbs did all right. Yeah, let's keep going. And then last year we had Call Me Forget Lost winning, which again is not really a rap album, but I see why. Drake Certified Lover Boy, King's Disease 2, and The Offseason. And Donda. I don't understand how Donda got nominated for the best rap album of the year. But yeah, this is very messy. And then obviously this year we got,
They're back on their bullshit.
Yeah, I think they're coming back full circle though, because this year there's only one rubbish person, whereas there was a couple years where it was literally all bullshit. Like
Tell you what,
pure
though,
bullshit.
to kind of answer the question that we want to get to with this episode, I feel like this is a good point. Is who cares? Do we care about award ceremonies?
A little bit.
My opinion has changed in prepping for this episode. Yeah, if you'd asked me like even a couple months ago, do you care about award ceremonies? I'd have said no. But then in prepping for this, one of the reasons why I would have said no back then is the same reason why I would say yes, I do care now. And I'm going to go back to something that we mentioned a couple times now, which is 2014 when Macklemore beat Good Kid, Mad City to the Grammy Award. Yeah, and it would be things like that where I would say I don't care about awards because they don't pick the right artists or they don't represent. It's not an accurate representation of what the best music was of that year. But considering how offended I was at that time that album did not win and that particular album did, it must mean something. Awards must mean something. Because if they didn't, we wouldn't be making episodes like this. We wouldn't be talking as in-depth as we do about, whenever the awards come around and a certain artist wins or they perform at this award ceremony, they must matter. Right?
But the Grammys is like the Super Bowl, the Champions League final, the World Cup of music. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah, sometimes there's upsets, but realistically in this case, you pick the upsets. And whoever, I don't know how anybody sat in a room, heard one album, heard the Macklemore album, and picked that. I genuinely to this day cannot figure out what
this
that
is
was
the thing.
about.
I think it comes back to like flawed voting systems. I feel like, again, I am making assumptions, but I wonder whether a lot of these voters actually listened to these two albums, or whether they went, oh, that Macklemore song's on the radio, or that one's playing in the club all the time. Haven't really heard that Swimming Pools, or I don't really know about that Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, and that's kind of offensive, that title, so I'm not going to pick that one. I'm going to pick Macklemore. Do you know what I mean? Like,
There
I
is
don't know
that.
whether they're actually listening to the music.
Maybe some of these people as well, they just ask their kids, and depending on what age you are, hey, which of these albums have you heard of? Macklemore. Guess that's who I'm voting for then, which is a bit like, you know what I'm saying? It's a bit kind of sus.
But you get what I'm saying, though? If like,
I don't care anymore.
but no, but
I want to, but I don't.
But you get what I mean in the sense that if award ceremonies didn't matter, we wouldn't care so much. These things wouldn't piss us off so much, right?
But like that was would you have cared if some other? Okay, I would have cared if like Jack Harlow beat Kendrick this year, but like
That would be the end of it, though. That would be
would I
a
have
lot of
cared?
black artists boycotting the Grammys. Like, they'd be like, don't
but
even
like,
bother.
but like compared to like 10 years ago, how much I cared. I think I used to rate them a lot more 10 years ago. So it's like maybe I do care, but I don't rate them as much anymore now.
Does it hold the
So,
same
like,
prestige, or is it kind of like?
Yeah,
is it
no,
old?
it doesn't. I think they've tarnished their prestige, or like we see them so much more clearly now that it's like, actually, you know what? Like, how can you actually rate an organization that's been doing this for this long?
I think I'm with you on that word in there is about caring, but not necessarily rating. Because, and first of all, I kind of want to. I don't want to take away anyone's achievement from them, because it must be an incredible thing to like work your arse off and put your heart and soul into something, and then get an award like this. You're like forever cemented in time. And like Sam said, it's like the Grammys is the World Cup, and I get that, but I think, in answer to the question again, I think for people like us who are like really invested in music, we love music, we really care about the art form, we know about the history, do you know what I mean? Then when we see these lists of nominations and who wins some of these years, we go, well, that's not accurate, that's not the correct depiction. But I think that for the masses, for people that mainly listen to the most of their music on the radio or on their Spotify playlist or in a club, when this comes around, it's a bit like Wimbledon, like people don't watch tennis and Wimbledon comes on and they love tennis and then Wimbledon's over. It's a bit like that. And then they use something like the Grammys or in film, the Oscars or something like that to kind of, I'm going to check this album out now. It won the award, so it must be the best. So I think
I hear that.
who it matters for, I think it matters for the masses. It matters for the labels and the industry, but for, I guess, people that are more into the art forms and the crafts and, have a real sort of emotional and personal investment, not so much. We don't really hold it to the same level of prestige.
I want to add this in though. The Oscars is definitely valid. Like the film of the year, I don't know. For
It's
me,
not,
the film of the year always piques my interest, and my prime example would be that year that The Shape of Water won everything. I watched that film afterwards. I was like, this is a good film. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's still not all the categories. Don't get me wrong, but for me, the categories that I care about, like sound and score, those two categories have always been like 100% spot on for me.
This is the thing with the Oscars. I guess the Grammys might be similar. It's like the awards that aren't the main ones usually do pretty like good.
Yeah. They're like suggestions to me, like, oh, have I seen that? Have I seen that? Oh, have I listened?
Yeah.
And then you go through. But yeah, I don't know. I think the Grammys is in a terrible place. I think most of like music-based awards are in a terrible place. But that's because we're in this weird flux state. People still want to talk about record sales rather than actually counting streams. Like they're like, oh, this many streams is that many record sales. It's like, how about we just go, this many streams is this many streams? And if we want to keep it like as like clean as possible, it goes away from this whole like fucking, what's it called, like committee shit.
TikTok.
Yeah, committee TikTok shit. It's like, okay, what artist has got the most streams this year from their music? Okay, now how much of that is like virality and how much of that is like the whole album being played? You see what I'm trying to say? Who's listened to this whole album?
I'm hearing this. It's interesting because this viral thing is actually a good conversation. Like Steve Lacy's one, he won quite a few awards or something, I think.
That album
and
came
got
out
a lot of
ages ago,
nominations.
and he
But I think
released it.
the only thing is that I feel like he only got the nominations because of that viral
Exactly.
hit. Like
Just
it's not actually because of the album.
It's a shame, isn't it? Really.
But you get it how you get it in it, and I think at the moment, realistically, it's like I said, it's in a bad place, and some of the people out there that are well-respected artists, a man that has no need to be named, but we shall name him, Frank Ocean, doesn't care. He could win everything at the Grammys. Has he ever put anything up for the Grammys? Channel Orange must have been nominated, surely.
Yeah, it was. He won awards for that, but I think it was around the time of Blonde and Endless that he pulled out. But I just wanted to touch on something. I'm fully with you on streaming. I feel like the industry hasn't quite seamlessly navigated from like record sales and downloads to streaming. I'm with you. Just call it streaming. Stop calling it record sales and trying to quantify it. It's just streaming. Do you know what I mean? Like have record sales, they used to separate physical sales and digital downloads. Why can't we have streaming as a separate thing? I don't get it.
Do you know what the real problem is? Do you know what the real
Pisses
problem
me
is?
off,
If I love an album, I have no real reason to go and buy it because I'm just locked into Spotify. And the sad thing is, if Spotify was to disappear tomorrow, I would even remember half the music I know or that I've heard.
Facts.
I wouldn't know. I literally wouldn't know. Lost it all these playlists and algorithms, they dictate what I listen to. And like realistically, I do feed it a bit. I go, I don't like this, I do like that. But otherwise, the algorithm's just feeding me what I want to hear. I'm not actually any more kind of trying new things out per se. I'm just trusting in. I followed this artist. I've listened to that artist. I put on a radio of that artist. It plays artists similar to that. So maybe even what Sean said earlier about the echo chamber. Maybe I'm in my own echo chamber. Like is West Side Gun really that good? I think so. Do you know what I mean? But does the average person think he is? Probably not. To them, he just sounds like noise. Probably.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm trying to say?
But this is the thing. It's like it's meant like I guess these award ceremonies of this level aren't for people like us. Our taste is way more broad. It's yeah. No, really. It's not. I think. I mean, to come onto the boycotting thing, sorry, I know I'm kind of shooting all over the place, but
No, you're good. You're good.
again, devil's advocate a little bit here, but on one hand, you can look at it like, oh yeah, they can't really matter that much because some of the most well-respected and critically acclaimed artists out there aren't even putting their records forward for consideration. But for in like the instance of someone like The Weeknd, wasn't that directly in response to not being nominated? It was like he got snubbed, so he was like, "I'm not doing this anymore." So surely you have to care in order to do that. That's quite an emotional response, right?
So it's like he doesn't actually not care. He does care, but he's like taking a stance because he cares.
But maybe because Frank Ocean's in that place where he's taking control of his artistic journey.
Yeah, Frank Ocean's different though, right? Frank Ocean just is on a different wavelength, so I don't even.
But maybe, you know, like how people will go like, "Oh, I'm not going to go compete in this tournament because that country is all mash up." Like we had a bit of that with the World Cup. We've had bits of that when, like, you know, that tennis player came with COVID and he couldn't. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's a political stance more so than an emotional stance. If you see what I'm trying to say. Like maybe Frank Ocean saw some of the snubs that we've seen. Like, you know, the Macklemore thing was like, nah, if that's what's going on there, I don't even want to be part of that circus, and just took himself out of it. I think there's a similar thing with some like punk bands or, you know, some other kinds of indie rock bands that they're like, fuck awards, they're dumb anyways.
I think what the conclusion I'm coming to is that I think ultimately they do matter, awards, but the problem is, and I said it earlier, is that when it comes to art, it's all subjective. It's not like sport where, okay, you can have opinions on who the best player is and this and that and whether someone deserved to win or not. But at the end of the day, there are leaderboards, there are tournaments, people win, they lose, and you have a definitive answer. Whereas with art, you know, music in this case, you're never going to have that. Yes, you have numbers, you have charts and sales and things like that, but it's way more subjective. And like I said, even if all the systems were in the right place and the voting was diverse and well run and this and that, you're just never going to please everyone, are you? Never. But I think the reason why it matters is like because we're so in, like I say, we're really invested in music, particularly like we talk about rap and hip hop on a regular basis. We have our favorite artists. We want them to be recognized by everyone else. Like how many times have you tried to like get someone who's not that into music into like, I listen to this song, listen to this album, and when they don't feel it, you're like, well, part of you knows like, well, how could I expect them to? It's like you said about West Side Gun. How can I expect my mum to like do, boop, 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 all that, like you know, you're not gonna, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it still hurts a little bit because it's like you're not hearing what I'm hearing. You're not understanding what this artist is trying to convey. Same with films as well. Sometimes you show someone a film and you think it's a masterpiece, and they go, "No, that's boring, man." And you're like, "Oh, fuck! Like, how is that not resonating with you?" That's why it matters, taste, because we want our favorite artists to be on the big stage, win these awards, and for people to also feel the same way that we do. But it's just kind of...
but that's what I'm saying. Is like you said, it's art, right? And what I'm trying to say is some of the best music in the world or some of the best artists in the world don't even get a chance to be heard by the world stage, right? So you have to realize, no matter how much we want to say, oh, the right person won, this, that, whatever, we never really got a chance to hear everyone. Just the same way like the committees don't hear everyone's album, right? By the time we've got to hearing an artist nowadays, or you know, they get nominated, they've had millions of dollars of marketing spent on them and this and advertising. They've performed, you know, most likely around their country, if not around the world. And that in and of itself is an achievement to them. And if they can't see that, or if they don't appreciate that, then maybe they're doing it for all the wrong reasons, right? As in, I'm not saying like don't make music if all you want to do is win awards. If that's what you want to do, then you know you keep playing that game. But that game is not yours to win through fair contest. Let's put it that way.
And it's a game, like you say. It's not. It's almost like, is it art at that point? If your purpose in whatever your art form is to sell the most or win the most awards, are you doing it for art? Is it art? That's a different question.
Yeah, definitely. This reminds me of when I watched the Astroworld film, and like Travis sees Cardi win the award above him, and like he just gets thrown into this like depression on screen. You can see it, and like it's just crazy. And like then he gets motivated to be like, you know what, I'm gonna go and make a better album next time, and then they won't ignore me, kind of thing. But it's like, why is this his driving factor to just like get this validation from? I think that like we've just discussed, like we don't even rate like how their opinion forms on music.
It's interesting.
I know, man.
It'd be interesting to
Yeah.
hear something from the people that have made these calls, like, you know, whether or not they need their identity disguised or whatever, but like, why did you do this? How did you come to this decision? Because
Why Macklemore?
yeah, like every outrageous opinion I've had in life, unless I've said I've changed my mind, I can back it. And whether or not you agree with me, that's up to you. But there's certain things where I don't think people made a substantiated opinion.
So I was going to say this actually. I wish the Grammys or like whatever awarding body, Oscars, all of that. I wish they just really like actually just explain to the people like what are they not like? Why are they nominating? What is it based on? Like, just tell us like you're using TikTok views to judge your nominations. Just be clear, because I don't know. I feel like people are lying to us and just trying to tell us, oh yeah, look, this Jack Harlow, he's one of the best rappers of last year. He's not in my top 10. He's probably not even in my top 20.
Where's the comments as well? Surely these people have to make comments and feedback on like why they've picked this. Where does that go? Why can't we have that?
I want to see that.
Yeah, people want to see that. People want to see like, well, why did this win? Why did that not win? You know, I want to.
That's so true.
I don't know if they have to do that. I think they just literally tick a box on a website. Do you know, like sometimes
there's no justification.
When you do a long form online, have you ever got to the point where you just start going neither agree or, you know what I mean, disagree, and you just start going like that? I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I kind of said it earlier. I think there's a few things that I personally would implement. I'm not saying I've got the answers. It's just something that from talking to people and
you ain't got the
I
answer.
was waiting for someone to say that. I was waiting for one of us to say that.
I think that's another area though that I didn't touch upon, which is transparency, or at least accessible transparency, making it easy for us to find out this information. Because I'm sure some of them do release it, but yeah, just being honest about it and letting us know how it's being voted.
Stop lying. Just I feel like they're lying to us always.
Yeah. But listen, they still, like I say, whether we like to admit it or not, I think they do matter.
It does matter.
They do.
Yeah.
There are aspects to award ceremonies that are classic and iconic that we enjoy, and we have this a similar conversation. Okay, maybe not this in depth, but we talk about these things every year, the same time of year, whenever the Grammys and the Brits are on. So yeah, let's just hope that going forward they become better run, better voted, and I guess display a more accurate depiction of the art form.
And maybe we'll get a part 2 of this episode.
Jeez.
Happy New Year, man. God.
Please forgive me, God did. So leave me in the dark, swimming with the sharks.
Hey, this is Sean, and thanks for listening to another episode of The Grey Area. Are you an upcoming artist, critic, journalist, or content creator? Hit us up on our Discord or in our YouTube comments if you want to share new music, take part in an interview, or are interested in collaborating. Links to these can be found in the show notes. Take care.